Hey guys, it's Sharon and welcome back to my channel. I am here with a surprise haul. I got all these things from Amazon. Now, I'm calling this a surprise haul because I'm not surprised at the items that came, obviously because I did order them, but I'm calling this a surprise haul because these are items that I really wasn't going to haul. These did not come all in one package. These came over time throughout probably about the last month or so. And there were just things that I really wasn't going to haul because they'd been seen before, and I kind of felt that they were a little boring. But I got a few things that that aren't. I mean, they're not boring to me because it's the first time I've gotten them and so forth. But it's just things that have been all over YouTube. You guys have seen them before, so I kind of thought that they'd be a little boring to see again, but I was talking with another friend of mine, Miami girl. Hey girlfriend. I know you're watching because you always watch my videos. But, you know, I was talking to her about it and she says, hey, girlfriend, you know, you got this stuff. Why don't you haul it? You know, people enjoy seeing all that stuff, even if they've seen it all before. So I'm going to show you guys my mega surprise haul. As I said, this did not come all in one sitting. I have quite a few items here, but it's kind of grouped into one lump thing, even though this stuff came, you know, over the span of a few weeks. But I'm just going to group it all into one large video, just because. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this big guy here. You probably have seen this before. As I said, you know, these are just things that you probably have seen, or just things that I've, you know, little things that I've needed to get. This is the big Delusions Journal from not Ranger, from not Michaels, but it's the Delusions Journal. I forget the brand, the actual, you know, who produced it, but this has been just all over YouTube. I got the bigger size. I think this is more of the 9 whatever it is, 9 by 11.5 or whatever the heck it is. I think there's the smaller one too, but I got the big one because I wanted to see what the paper was like and if I was going to enjoy it. And a lot of the times I tend to go for bigger sizes on things. So it's got this band here that holds it closed. I'll show you the back of it. And it's really hard to get all this in frame because I have kind of a short tripod. But anyway, we'll go ahead and open it up and I'll show it to you. Now, how I open it up is I just switch the band over here onto the back cover right there. And now I did go through this just to kind of look at it. This is what it looks like when you open it up. And on this side over here, I'll see if I can move things so that we can look. There's a nice envelope with a little string closure. And you can put like some bits and bobs and little papers and stuff that you want to put in here. Now, as I said in another video where I hauled a bunch of stuff from Prima Marketing, I wanted to try my hand at some mixed media stuff, and I thought that this journal would be a good place to just start and to just kind of play around. It really wasn't that expensive. It was probably more expensive than I really wanted to pay, but I was tossing this one up. I was tossing up between this one and the Strathmore Mixed Media Journal, and this was a little bit cheaper, and I think you get more pages to it than the other one. So I decided to go ahead and go with this one, and I am having a heck of a time doing this one-handed. I wanted to kind of put the little string back to close it. Anyway, so when you open it up, as I said, you get that little envelope. And then you get, I think it's got kind of a stitched binding, but it lies flat. As you can see, it lies very flat. Now what I did was I glued this page over to the front cover because it was one of those pages where when you open it up, it kind of, I don't want to say curled, but you weren't able to get it to lie flat because it was kind of hooked onto the cover anyway, so I just glued it the rest of the way. That way I could have a little 2-page spread. Now, I did gesso a couple of the pages when I got it. You guys saw the gesso I got in the last haul from Prima Marketing and Amazon, but I took the big paintbrush and I just gessoed a couple of these pages and let it dry. so that I could prime the paper and get ready to use it. And I just sewed, I think, 4 pages to kind of get myself started. But the paper actually feels very nice, nice and thick, kind of smooth, pretty smooth. But if you just sew it, then you get that little tooth. You get a little bit of tooth in there. Yeah, you get some tooth in there to kind of help it out a little bit to take your media. And there's a little bit of curling as you put it on, but as it dries, I got a little bit of curling on the corner right there, but as it dries and as you put stuff on it, it should straighten out. So that is the Delusions Journal that I'm going to try some mixed media stuff in. Liquitex Basics paint. And these are some smaller tubes of, I think there's like 48 colors in here. And I think I got this whole packaging for like $35. And I'll show you the tubes in just a minute. These I don't think get a lot of screen time. Like I've seen a couple people haul this, but they don't really show the inside of the packaging or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. The lid comes up like that. And then inside there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think there's like 4 trays of 12 colors in each one. I'll take one of the tubes out. This is what the tubes look like. And I think, now these are tiny. These are tiny, tiny tubes. If you get Liquitex Basics in the bigger tubes, they are much bigger than this. But for art journaling and mixed media, this is a perfect size to actually get started. You get a good smattering of a lot of different colors. So it says Liquitex Basics, and then it's got the color. You can kind of see a little bit of the color through the tube. But I think I'm going to swatch these out at some point and just kind of see what the actual colors look like. But I think these are... I'm not sure what size tubes these are. What size millimeter tubes these are, but they're tiny. These are tiny, tiny. I think the bigger tubes are like 22 milliliters or something, and this would be more like a 7 milliliter tube, something like that. So they're tiny, they're small, but as I said, you know, for $35 for 48 colors like this, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And you get, and if you use gesso, I mean, this paint, a little bit of this paint will go a long way, I think, especially if you're just art journaling. Now, if you're painting on canvases and stuff, you'd probably want to get some better stuff. Like if you're going to sell your work and all that, you'd probably want to get some better stuff and bigger tubes and all that. But for mixed media stuff and for art journaling and all that, I think this is a really, really good buy. It was actually a steal, I think. So we'll go ahead and take out this tray, and I'll show you the... Yeah, there's 4 trays of 12, which makes 48 colors. I'll try to pan it a little bit right there. There's those colors. And then here is the last row of colors. So I'm really, really happy with this. I mean, this is a great selection of the different colors that you can use. And if you like the color, and if you want a bigger tube of it, you can, by all means, get bigger tubes of it, because you can probably find them at, like, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I think Amazon may even sell some of the bigger tubes in this. Blick, I know you can get them at Blick, Dick Blick. But I really didn't want to get like a bigger tube of just a few colors. Like I really wanted an array of colors to try out. And this is acrylic paint, and this is really good for doing backgrounds and just different designs and stuff. So I think I'm really going to enjoy playing with all of those colors. Really, really going to enjoy that. Next, I got just a couple of little things here that I'll show you. This is some Liquitex modeling paste that I got to mix in with the paint to make it last longer and to add some texture. This here is just some Dina Wakley matte media gel. This can be used for adhesive glue. so that will come in handy. The only thing is I think this was, I don't remember the prices on this, but this was kind of expensive for just the little amount that you get, and I've not opened this up yet because I've just not really had time to play. My life has been just really, really busy right now lately, and I just haven't had the time to play like I really wanted to. And I'm hoping after this weekend is over with that I can actually just sit down and relax and just play a little bit. I haven't even had time to color or anything. I mean, life has just been nuts. But anyway, that is the Matte Media Gel from Dina Wakley. This is some Liquitex. This is glass bead gel. And this, and I've not opened it, as I said, because I just haven't had the time to play with it, with any of this stuff at all. But this is the glass beads gel. Now this came in, I think I got this like last week or something, so this is relatively new. It's just been sitting on my shelf just waiting for me to play with it. But this gel, this glass beads gel, actually has little tiny glass beads in it. Now you guys saw in my last haul that I got the micro beads, but this has the glass beads built right into the gel, so you can mix this with your acrylic paint and give it some extra texture. You can use it by itself and just kind of put that on your pages. But I'm really looking forward to mixing this with some of the Liquitex and using this as a as part of the background on my pages. Next, I got this set of painting knives, or palette knives as they're sometimes called. And this, I think, was... There's a set of 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, and they're different sizes. And I think this was like either $5 or $6, so really not too bad. I've not opened them yet, so I don't know how they are. But this I would use to mix the like modeling paste or the glass beads gel with the paint, because that stuff is really thick, and you're gonna need to use that to kind of mix it with and spread. You know, you would use one of these to actually spread it over your pages, because it's too thick to actually probably use with a paintbrush, so this would be a lot easier to do. So looking forward to digging into this and using those to help me out on my pages. Next, I got the Prismacolor Very Thin Pencils. Now, I have the whole 150 set of Prismacolors as well as the Polychromos, the 120 set of those, but I've been hearing a lot of great things about these, and these are obviously from Prismacolor, but these are the real thin, like sharper, or not sharper, but harder lead that will help you get into the really tight spaces of your coloring book or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And I don't know that I opened this up the right way. There's 36 pencils in this set. And again, I've really not had much time to play with it. I've not had time to play with any of this, really. So I opened it up and I took it out, or wait, oh, wrong way. I had a heck of a time opening these things up, I tell you. And I think there's probably videos that tell you how to do it, but there's a tab right there, and I just open it up, and I just... took them out. Whoops. I took them out. Ugh. They came out of the thing here. So anyway, they open up like that, and they don't come pre-sharpened. They don't come pre-sharpened, so you got to sharpen them yourself. But here are all the colors, and again, as I said, I've not really had time to play very much with anything I got here. But you got to sharpen these. But these have the harder lead, so it helps you get into the really tiny places. Now, these don't blend or shade very well, but these are just really meant to get into those nooks and crannies that in your coloring books that a regular color pencil won't get into. And then with this outer packaging, apparently you can set it like this, and it can be used. Oops. It can be used as a stand, and you put your pencils in it, and they set up just like so. So that is the Prismacolor Very Thin Colored Pencils. I will let you guys know how I like them when I actually get some time to play with the things that I've had sitting here. Okay, and then next we've seen this before. I got some black Stays-On ink because I didn't have any. And again, it's still in the package. I've not had time to play. But that is some Stays-On ink. Now this thing, you're all gonna laugh at me, but I picked up some stencils. Now I was kind of on the hunt for some background stencils, you know, some proper background stencils, because, excuse me, I really don't have much in that department. And I saw these, you know, these are just some plastic stencils that were advertised on Amazon, but it kind of turns out that they were like little kid things, little kid stencils. But I was looking through them, and some of the things aren't bad. Like, some of them I think I can use. So it comes open like this. Now, it comes there. Now, I did get, I put this coloring book in there because I needed a place to store it. I actually got this, I got another copy of this unicorn coloring book because the first one I got some stuff spilt on it. I was kind of, to make a long story short, I was in the kitchen and I was shaving my pastels into the little bead containers that I showed you guys in another haul. And I had this coloring book sitting there, and I was drinking my glass of wine, and I went to get up and put some stuff away, and I knocked over my glass of wine, spilled wine all over my front cover and on the bottom part of a couple of the designs. So I went ahead and replaced this book. Thank goodness it's, you know, it's only about $1 or $2. So I was not happy about it, but at least I was able to replace this fairly easily. Now, anyway, back to the stencils. Now, it came in this little container to store them in. There's 24 of these little plastic stencils in this set, and this is more geared toward little kids learning to write and stuff. But there's you know, there's some letters, there's, you know, fonts and stuff that, you know, there's designs I could actually use. So it's not a total loss, and they're pretty sturdy. They're pretty sturdy, and they will add, there's some letters right there. They will add, you know, just some nice shapes and stuff to my pages. And they're nice and big, so I can get a lot of modeling paste and stuff in them. So, but I do want to get some grown-up background stencils. I've been kind of on the hunt for some different ones, but I just haven't decided which ones I want to get, which ones are good. I've been doing some looking at iStencil.com. Been looking at some from Simon Says Stamp. There's some more letters. There's travel ones and stuff. I've been looking at some stuff from Simon Says Stamp and just looking around at some different ones and trying to price some different things out, because I actually do want to get some nice background stencils that actually work with. Alright guys, sorry about that. It's kind of like what I was saying in my Hobonichi video, where I can't even shoot a video or anything without this phone ringing all the time. And I got a feeling it's all this political stuff going on because, you know, it's the week before election week, and I mean, this phone has just been ringing right and left, and it's just been driving me nuts. I can't get anything done because the phone is constantly ringing. Now, I don't answer it because when it comes up with a number I don't recognize, or when it says like unavailable or private call, oh no, I'm not going to answer it, no way. But I mean, it's been driving me crazy. But anyways, I was saying, I do want to get some proper background stencils, because I think that, you know, they have some really cute designs and stuff, and you can use them for your mixed media pages and even like card making and stuff. But yeah, I don't really, you know, stencils are just some things that I don't really have in my collection. So I need to invest in some. But you know, I wasn't sure what to expect from these, but these are, you know, there's some things that I can use in here. They're not bad. They're sturdy. Especially the letters. I think I can use the letters a lot. But so I mean, it's not a wash or anything. It's just if you get these, just know that these are geared more toward little kids and doing their little art projects. But it does come in this little nice yellow box. And I'll go ahead and put my coloring book back in it, because now this stores these little bitty coloring books very, very, very nicely. So I could put all my little coloring books in there too. So that is some little kitty stencils that you can get fairly cheaply. And if you want bigger designs on your pages, then, you know, these aren't too bad to use. All right. Now my crowning glory in this haul is... and I'm going to drag them all out. I have Tim Holtz Distress mini ink pads, and I got all 60 of them. There's 15 sets that came out that are currently out now. Oops. Okay, so there's 15 sets that are currently out right now, and I got all of them. I still have them in the packages because I'm working on some storage. As I was saying, I have all 15 sets of these mini ink pads that are currently out, and I think they come out with more all the time. They come in this set of 4. Each pack comes in a set of 4. And I don't know which set is which. As I said, I got these on Amazon, and these were actually, I priced them at a few different locations, a few different places. I went to Simon Says Stamp, priced them there, but Amazon had them far cheaper, far less expensive than other places. So I feel that I got all of these at a good price. I'm very, very happy with them. Now, I do have some storage options on the way. It's not here yet, but so I'm just going to leave them in the package right now because I've not really, as I said, I've not really had time to play with them because my life has been absolutely crazy, completely crazy. So I had to kind of just, you know, not really do much with them. But I got, I also got the little mini blender. There's 2 of them in here, and I did open this up because I wanted to kind of feel what it felt like. And it's got this little wooden type handle. It's a little bitty thing, and then the foams just they Velcro onto the back of this, so you can change off for the different colors, which I will do because I like to keep my colors clean. But it comes in a pack of 2. There's 2 of them in here, and then each one has an extra sponge in there. And then it came with a set of the of 20 foam pads that you can use with it. And then I went ahead and got an extra set because with 60 of them, my goal is to have 1 sponge for each color. So I am well on my way to doing that, but now I'm not going to open all of these up individually and go through all the colors. You guys have seen all of them, but I will go ahead and hold up each package kind of close so that you guys can kind of see what's in there. There's this set that has a set of, there's a set of 3. This holds 12. Here's another package that has 12 of them in here. And again, it's 3 sets in here. And there's those colors, very pretty. I really can't wait to dive into these. And then here is this set. Again, there's 3 sets in this package here. Try to get it so it's not glaring. And then here is this one. Here is this set. And here is this set. I'll try to pan over the top so that you can see the packaging. Here's what the packaging looks like on the back. If you've not seen those, it says Distress Ink. And then here is this set. Here is this set. Again, they contain 4 pads. And then here is this set. And as I said, I have some storage supplies on the way, and I will show you how I have everything set up when those come. And I'll explain more about that in another video. So for this time, I will go ahead and leave it at that. But anyway, that is my surprise mega haul, my mega surprise haul with different items from different orders that have come in over the last few weeks that I've really not had time to play with because life has been just so nuts. And I'm tell you what, next week I'm so looking forward to just sitting down and playing. But anyway, that is all of my surprise, mega surprise haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it got a little long, and I do apologize for that. But I hope it didn't bore you too much. Because these, you know, they're just items that we've seen before. But anyway, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to this channel to see more like this, and you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. Hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Yeah, I think I said leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys all later. Bye, guys!